Sand, sun, and sea. Isn't that all we need for a great time at the beach? Wherever you live, I'm sure you're well aware of how far you live from a beach, and you've probably made your way there already, am I right? Well, maybe not for some people like me who live in Arizona, but I do get it. Some people live too far away from the ocean and still haven't made their way to the beach, but at least they are considering it. I hope. After all, the beach is a fun place to spend time to relax and escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life. However, there are some beaches around the world where you won't necessarily feel relaxed or comfortable. Today I'm going to be showing you 10 of those beaches around the world that are considered scary, toxic, or even deadly. After all, it seems that some beaches are not worth visiting, unless dangerous beaches are your thing. Stay tuned all the way to number 1 to find out why not many people dare to swim at the beach that I place as my top pick of the day. Let's begin, shall we? Number 10. Hanakapié Beach, Hawaii, USA. What's not to love about a golden sand beach with some incredible black cliffs and deep blue ocean waters? It sure does sound like the colors of paradise, and I'm sure you'll feel lucky once you find your way off the beaten path into this remote location in the island of Kauai. However, these waters are known to have strong riptides that have pulled a lot of inexperienced and uninformed swimmers to their deaths. The beautiful views are too distracting for people to realize they might be going into the last swim of their life. For that reason, if you seek to have an adventure into this spot, you might be better off swimming in the Hanakapié stream. It's way safer than the ocean. Number 9. Utaklev Beach, Norway. Whether it's a lake, a river, or the ocean, it seems that everyone's instinct is to jump in the water as soon as they see it. It doesn't matter how cold or hot the weather is outside, a quick dip or swim are the best way to connect with nature and get the best of the experience. But some places are better left untouched, such as the case of Utaklev Beach in Norway, a beautiful spot where you can even spot the northern lights. The landscape seems to indicate it's the perfect place for a swim. However, the water is usually between 46 and 57 degrees Fahrenheit. But what's wrong or dangerous about it? Well, according to the National Center for Cold Water Safety, you should never get in waters that are below 60 degrees. It is dangerous and extremely life-threatening. You can get hypothermia, shivering, and even a cold shock. With that being said, I guess it's better to just enjoy the view and let swimming for polar bears and other animals that can actually endure it. Number 8. Boa Viagem Beach, Brazil. When we think of beaches, Brazil has a lot to offer. 2,095 beaches to be more precise. They are famous all around the world and receive lots of tourists throughout the year. But up in the city of Recife, there is a little beach that you might want to avoid, one that sounds like the perfect scenario for the movie Jaws. The name is Boa Viagem. This beach has witnessed more than 50 shark attacks in the last 20 years. And about 20 of those attacks resulted in deaths. And things don't seem to get better anytime soon. Development in the area has disrupted marine life, and these hungry sharks have to find new ways to survive. No wonder they've attacked so many humans, they're just hungry. Number 7. Skeleton Coast, Namibia. Who on earth would want to go to a place called Skeleton Coast? I mean, unless you're a hardcore goth. A place that takes its name from all the animal bones that you can find within it. If this isn't scary enough for you, let me point out the fact that the beach was also named the Gates of Hell by Portuguese navigators back in the days when they came to the African continent. The infamous names of this beach are based on the fact that the place is known for its many shipwrecks that happen as a result of the Benguela Current. If that wasn't enough, there are at least 11 different species of sharks that swim in the waters, while many lions and hyenas roam around this intimidating coastline. You can find this spot in the northern part of Namibia's Atlantic coast where it meets the southern part of Angola. Number 6. Chowpatty Beach, India. India is such an inspiring and alluring place that many of us dream to go or perhaps already went to. Among all the places to experience, there are many beaches you can visit in this magnificent country, but Chowpatty is not the one where you want to go for a swim. Being at the heart of Mumbai, the waters of Chowpatty are polluted with untreated sewage, all sorts of garbage, and even sunk coal. The combination of all of these elements make Chowpatty one of the most toxic beaches in the whole world. However, Chowpatty is still a popular destination among tourists. In this part of India, you can enjoy a lot of delicious street food and cultural sights. So go have fun in Chowpatty, but stay away from the beach. Number 5. Kalae'a Beaches, Hawaii, USA. There's something very thrilling about visiting beaches that are near volcanoes. Such a combination results in a beautiful blend of black sand and deep blue waters, which is exactly what you get in some areas of Hawaii, like Kilauea Volcano and the beaches around it. However, this volcano has been erupting over the last 35 years in an almost continuous way. This has resulted in a lot of lava being poured into the ocean, which has raised the water temperature to 100 degrees and more. With the water getting this hot, it might be better to stay out and just watch. If you plan to visit, don't get your hopes up too high, because an eruption back in 2018 prompted the authorities to close part of the national park where you can find this phenomenon. Number 4. Darwin, Australia. Alright, Darwin is not just a beach, it's actually a whole city in the Northern Territory of Australia. The reason why Darwin is on this list is because most of its shoreline is quite empty, and for a very good reason. While Australia is a popular destination for surfers and sun lovers, Darwin is one of the most dangerous places to swim in the whole country. Between October and May, you are likely to come into contact with lots of venomous box jellyfish, while crocodiles are a threat all year. There are also a lot of sharks in here as well, and for that reason it is highly recommended to swim out at patrolled beaches. God, everything out of that seems to be just like a tragedy waiting to happen. Number 3. Red Triangle, California, USA. Off the coast of Northern California, you can find what's known as the Red Triangle. This is an area that extends from Today Bay up north of San Francisco out to a point near the Farallon Islands and down to Big Sur. These 3 points together form a triangle in which you can find a lot of marine animals, including sea lions, sea otters, and arbor seals. However, these things all share one thing in common. These animals are white sharks' favorite prey. While these cute animals attract tourists to the shores of the Red Triangle, these visitors also become victims to white shark attacks. In fact, these waters have been the scenario for 38% of white shark attacks in the US and 11% of attacks in the whole world. Sure, the Red Triangle is nice views, but just make sure you don't become a white shark's dinner. Now it's time for the day's best pick. What do you get when you spot a deadly cobra near shark-infested waters? Is it the most dangerous beach in the world? Here's a picture of such a sight. But is it really a dangerous place, or a very rare occasion that happened to be recorded on camera? A few years ago, someone was walking down Hout Bay Beach in South Africa when he spotted a deadly cobra on the shore and made the world go crazy about it. This beach was already known to be dangerous as its waters are infested with sharks. Sure, it is a beautiful spot that is worth driving to, all the way from Cape Town, but it's not people's favorite place to swim. When the picture of the snake went around social media, people started to wonder whether it had turned into the most dangerous beach in the world. The snake itself was about 1.8 meters long and made its way from the sand to the water. After all the buzz the picture got, a reptile expert came forward to praise the snake for its length and explained that snakes get their skin irritated when they're about to shed, and the ocean water seemed to soothe their problem. Other experts explained that snakes will only attack when they're disturbed by humans. When you look at the case of this snake, it seems like the poor thing was trying to escape and the photographer was blocking the way. After all, Hout Bay Beach is not as dangerous as other beaches on this list, but this incident is definitely worth mentioning. Number 2. Bikini Atoll, Marshall Islands. Some of the most enjoyable beaches in the world are in the most remote places. However, this is not the case of Bikini Atoll. The place is so remote, but also so dangerous that people usually stay away from its waters unless you're the US government. While the archipelago of Bikini Atoll offers great views for a nice getaway, the place has strong undercurrents and threatening sea dwellers that keep swimmers away. I mean, if that wasn't enough, the United States used this site for the testing of hydrogen and atomic bombs. Also, there have been around 65 experiments in this area. This has polluted the waters and pushed visitors to swim in other areas. The tests and experiments not only affected the tourist experience, but also the underwater world. Still, if I was you, I would visit the atoll, but not for a swim.
I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. If you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it, it really works.
Number 1. Zippolite Beach, Mexico. When you hear the word Zippolite, you probably think of an exotic and foreign place that's waiting to be discovered. While this is true about Zippolite Beach in Mexico, it should be noted that the name of this place comes from a Mexican native dialect and it means Coast of the Dead. Zippolite is a threat even to the most experienced of swimmers. Its undercurrents are hard to master. Since 1995, a group of lifesavers have been working hard in Zippolite to make sure people stay safe. As a result, the number of incidents was cut in half thanks to their efforts, but accidents still happen at alarming rates. Also, you need to watch out for rebalsies, which are periods of strong wave action that can be deadly for anyone who get in the way. Despite all the danger, Zippolite is still a popular hangout spot. Over the years, it has become the ultimate destination for hippies and even nudists. Zippolite has been known as the place where everything is allowed. There's also a lot of hiking trails and other activities that you can enjoy near the beach. Perhaps a visit to Zippolite isn't so bad at all. Would you go? Would you dare to go for a swim? Let us know in the comments down below. These are some of the most dangerous beaches on Earth. I'm sure there are more, and I want to know if you have any crazy experiences at a beach near you. Perhaps you visited one of the beaches on this list, actually. Which one is the most intriguing for you? Let us know in the comment section down below, and I will see you all next time. Later, everybody.